Hello, and welcome back to Monster Hunter Generations Ultimate. Today, I might get a little bit sidetracked, but I will make more progress through the quest in the 2-star hub. But I am going to be slightly sidetracked initially because I'm going to do a hub event quest that hopefully I can do, where I'm going to have to hunt 2 Uragons, because the Uragon, well, the quest itself gives 3 lava nuggets, and with the lava nuggets and Hercudromes, which I'll need to gather, but apparently they can be gathered in the volcano as well. Not the highest gather rate there, but they exist. Then I can use those to upgrade the Elite Switch Axe, get it to level 2, and then I can probably not craft that yet, but I can work towards the Axa Switch Axe, which will be probably better than the Dios Switch Axe. Better raw, better affinity. I lose blast, but it's not a huge issue. But Uragon has a body gather mechanic, so I need to bring pickaxes. An event quest. I probably don't actually need to make sure I gather any, because it looks like the quest itself is guaranteed to give 3 of the items that I need. I do need to take bug nets though. Season for lava. I didn't actually check. Yes, volcano. So the volcano, I need area 2, area 2, area 2, and area 10 for the best opportunities for Hercudromes. It's good to have the old pickaxes for free. It's been a little bit since I've fought this Uragon, but it's not a crazy monster. It's gonna have more HP because of the hub, but it'll be interesting. I should oh, burned husks. Always gather burned husks. Yeah, if I can make the Axa Switch Axe, it'll be helpful, because then I can upgrade it eventually to the higher level. Kind of wish the rarity changed, like the Elite turns into the Axa Switch. The Axa Switch eventually becomes the Baron Rebellion. What's weird to me is that it still stays a rarity 3. Like, the rarity of it is based on the initial rarity of the first craft. It's kind of funny. Imagine catching worms with a bug net. Exactly 0. Which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Rude. Yeah. I'm mostly getting the Seregio Switch Axe because I'm assuming that a high rank Seregios will probably be less of an issue than a high rank Brachydios, and I'd actually need to get a Tailster to upgrade the Dios Axe anyway. Hercudrome. I need less than all of them, but I need a few. I don't know how many exactly I need. But the only Hercudromes are in area 2 and area 10. Interesting, I don't see the comet. Oh, there it is. It's further up than I thought. Yeah, today's gonna be clearing quests that are all gonna take a little while. But for today, this is the only sidetracked quest that I'm gonna go for. Rude. Was that the last bug? No, at least it was the last bug. So I hope I have enough Hercudromes. I didn't check how many I had. Because I need at least 3, and if I had 2 before, then I'm fine. But I want to get a couple pages worth of 2-star quests done. Kiriniko says that there's only 2 and 10. Only Area 2 and Area 10, so no point in consuming bug nets over there. Well, I mean, I'm taking every burned husk I see. It looks like a step is the... Oh, but it's... No, this quest rewards is separate. Yeah, A step, Ancient Step, V Hollow, Primal Forest, and Ruined Pinnacle are pretty good. High rank Jurassic Frontier is better though than some of those. And I think I can do high rank Jurassic Frontier, it just wouldn't be a hub quest. Okay, high rank Jurassic Frontier, 10, 15, has a 30 in Area 8. Well, I better do high rank Jurassic Frontier then. That looks like much better drop rate. I don't see any 30%. Oh, there's a 40 at the V Hollow. And a 30 in the Marshland. Ancient Steps seems acceptable. It's kind of a lot of running around. Honestly, if somehow I get another Hercudrome or 2 before finding it, I will be sad. There it is. I don't like Oregon. I think it's not a great monster. I mean, honestly, both of the, I'm gonna say rock monsters are kind of the worst. Viserios and this. This is actually a pretty bad mount to ride, huh? Not the worst mount, but all the spiky... They're not spiky, they're not sharp, but like they are still spikes. Kinda mount a monster between those. It's probably pretty difficult. And uncomfortable. I think this is technically a 3-star hub quest. Oh shoot, when I knocked it down I should have been gathering from its body. Unless that one doesn't count for a knockdown. Oh, fire. Let me get to the other side. Thank you. Nothing. It also defaulted that I'm not paying enough attention to my sword gauge. I shouldn't have reloaded there. It's just bad muscle memory. I always initiate fights by running YB or YA on this controller. Not really much I can do in that scenario though, because it's just sort of instantly just a bad idea to have attacked when it was standing there. should have waited till it had done something and wasted my time taking the risk instead of getting hit. What a threatening attack. This is my least favorite part of this. The spinning. Again, I should just not attack. I should just waste time. I should never go for attacks, ever. A fairly weak mount escape. Okay, this is a good chance to mine it. Lava Nugget. Only 2. What a shame. I need to heal because it probably could combo me to death at this stage if I get stunned. Oh, sleep. I think I need 2 Lava Nuggets. But I was already guaranteed 3 for this quest completion anyway, so. But this is why I hate this monster. Even beyond the hard, clanging. It's really the constant rolling and such. Nothing I could do at that point. I was overcommitted. And the rolling. I was in the air. I don't think I should have hit that effectively, but it is what it is. It's leaving. It might be. It's not limping, right? It's shifting a lot, but that looks fairly stable. The targeting in this game is really bad on some monsters, where they don't readjust their target as quickly as they should. Like, they will target you when you enter an area, then they will keep walking to the initial start where you entered, and then you'll be long gone, but they'll still be attacking there for no reason. I think it's just bad. Whatever. I think sleep is a boring status effect. It instills dread, which if that's the goal, that works. But a status effect that just hits you for half your health would use less time. And that's kind of what sleep can accomplish. You get hit really hard because you got slept. But also it's avoidable once you've been slapped, so it's kind of extra levels. It's just a weird... I think it's just kind of an uninteresting status. I would say it is kind of a sort of great. I love when this is how this behaves. Ah yes, a mechanic where it falls over, but it's out of the zone so you can't do anything. It's definitely one of the very frustrating mechanics. When they just go into lava, you can't do anything about it. But it's not unique to this game, that's for sure. It definitely happens in World. Can't remember if it happens anywhere in Rise. And then it's fighting in the lava, so I can't really do anything. Oh yeah, I'm still burning, aren't I? It just doesn't do that much damage, so it's kind of ignorable. Obviously it's better not to ignore it, but you can kind of just ignore it. I should have gotten hit there. I still have another Uragaan after this to fight. Minimum. Oh, that's an attack despite it being a burrow. Interesting. I'm very surprised by that. I don't like Uragaan. What did I break? Legs? Oh yeah, ground terminus. It started that attack when I wasn't even in front of it. That's a transition zone, so I can't really fight it there. Extra lava nugget, wonderful. I don't have a paintball, so I don't know where it's going. I love that it just wore out. Right within a minute of it leaving. And it was only there for a minute, so within like 30 seconds of it leaving. Paintball just happened to wear out. I wish it would fall asleep instead of have a telekinetic sense that I showed up. It's not telekinetic, telepathic. It just knew that I'm here, despite the fact that it clearly couldn't see me. And realistically, it wouldn't be able to hear me. It's this game, I understand. It's just kind of goofy. It would be pretty easy that once a monster's that close to falling asleep that its head is drooping, that it would admit to falling asleep. That wind down on the elemental discharge is terrible. Stop. It died. So it could be back anywhere. It could be in zone 3. I guess they run back to 2. I guess I poisoned the next one. Should have poisoned the first one. I forgot. Oh, I should go through 10 actually, because that also can give me some... Zone 10 can get me some Hercudromes. Hopefully. Oh, earned. Husks are always good. It looks like the burned husks must respawn. Because I've been through here already. Wait, oh, there's the comet. Though the comet is definitely just Volstrax. If not, I don't know. Oh. Oh, I didn't finish harvesting that, did I? It was just hidden under the body of the mob attacking me. Okay, I should have enough Hercudromes now. I'll still gather the bugs over this way. If I find them. And I didn't, so I'm not going to. Easy. I'm going back through the base to pick up the cold. Actually, I should have farcasted. There's an extra one in the base that I could have grabbed after I used this first one. Oh well, there might be an extra 3. There's extra first aid, there's extra cool drinks, might as well take them. There's only 2 Farcasters. Are you limited to 2 people in Hump Quests? I guess I go 3, 5, 6. I should also be mining while I'm in the volcano, because I still need more Dragonite, Draconite, can't remember the name. Sadly, I don't. Mining is kind of tedious. Gonna roar. I'm just gonna throw them all. Or all but one, now that I know it's poisoned. Too slow. Fail. Good try. Face me. Or not. I wonder if mining from a downed Uragon does damage to it. Oh, this is one of the few monsters that roars into something else. I'm doomed. Because it got me on the roar. Basically no other monster does that so far. There are fake outs, but they're generally like roar into roar. I don't even think this roars into roars. I hate stupid, I can't move on the lava, so I just can't do anything. Let my character suffer from severe burns. That's their own choice. Okay, so those do actually trigger based on time. Too slow. It went for the aerial roll instead of the Superman, despite being directly facing away and holding the run button. I'm gonna get hit. That was greedy. I think it's... Oh, where would I rank Uragaan? It's one of the lowest, for sure. I don't like Basarios in this game, but that's for other reasons. I can't see what's happening. I dislike Basarios because when you break its parts, it just kind of... just looks kind of gross. Accounting for the fact that this is very low visual quality. It just is one of the grosser monsters when broken. And it's rock, which is annoying as well, but... Uragaan's just not... doesn't have much interesting going for it. Like, Radobaan, at least in World, I don't know if it exists outside of World or if it's new to World, at least has, like, the breakable bones on the legs that are kind of neat. Even if everything else is incredibly similar. Whereas this guy, it's just the rolling, and the rolling's not even that good. There's very little that I would say redeems this monster as a fight. Maybe there's other variants of them that are fun. But at least the, like, default regular form is really not interesting, like, ugh. Kind of a spammy head slam monster. Spammy monster. Fire. Too slow. Oh. Okay, it hits way higher than I was hoping. Makes sense that it's the big circle. Semicircle. I should have brought a bunch of traps for these. Might have made it a little more fun. I have to paintball it before it leaves. Almost certainly. Okay, that's not a burnt husk, that's a mining point. Good. At least in a World, the, like, tracks that you had to follow for Uragaan were funny. Because you'd see the pattern of its back all in the ground. That at least was fun. Even if it's not like a consistent track just occasional ones that are set up for that system. Sure, this hits. Just kind of... Maybe he's more interested. Maybe they improve it in master rank. That could be fun. Or even high rank, I guess. This is still low rank. Maybe high rank Oregon's better. I think it's the flaw of every slow, obnoxious monster. Where you don't really feel the same impact. Like, I hate this game. Like, you just have to give that mechanic to a monster that's gonna roll off into somewhere you can't do anything. Like, it's basically only been in the volcano that I've seen so far. And then they give it a mechanic where it will roll, provide an opening, but it can roll off into some lava so you can't do anything. Ah, it's such a silly mechanic to give to something like this when you're constantly putting it in these areas. I hate monsters that roar twice in a row for no reason. Like, oh, I hate that count. That's an attack. It's not actually a bad thing. It's just kind of tedious. He's gonna go there, then he's gonna come back because he switches his aggro. I didn't get a Superman there. And he's gonna go attack my Palicos again. That was a bad idea. I didn't actually mean to sharpen there. Yeah, I meant to take that hit. Just, it's such a... I shouldn't have started with this hunt. It's like a terrible hunt to start with, 'cause I'm already just kind of tired. I should have started with a fun hunt. What is a fun hunt, though? I could have gone... I mean, within the hub, can't think of a single fun hunt right now that I need to do. There's ones that aren't bad. Like, I'm still in low rank. There's no, like, super interesting monsters. It's gonna go underground, or is it gonna travel? Wait, oh, it's gonna dig after this, isn't it? I'm gonna chase it to zone 6. I'm gonna hit it twice, and then it's gonna dig in the ground to somewhere else. Wait, no, 6 is where it slept last time, so I'm just gonna sit here. See if it will go to sleep. Lovely. And I got poisoned even. And I don't have an antidote because that's not what the setup is set up for. Wonderful. It is technically my own fault for not paying attention, but... Didn't get to roll in time. Could not get away. I think part of the thing with Uragan a very small part is the AoE is kind of annoying to get away from with aerial, because if I get committed to an attack, I'm in the air, I can't really avoid very easily. I think I can jump backwards, so it's a little bit easier. But if I've already like committed and it's too late, I think I can sort of get further away. But that doesn't help the case. Okay, harvest and then leave. Why are there so many of those? I guess because they left because the monster was here. It's done. Good. No, it's not done. Out of here. Okay, so I should have plenty of stuff to make the Elite 2. And that'll be one step closer to making the Axa switch. What's the general strong axe? King Scarabs, Carbolite, Nova Crystal, Firestone. A bunch of generic items. Oh, it becomes Reconqueress, so it's an exhaust switch axe. Reconqueress is in Sunbreak, that's cool. Stam recovery seems kind of nice. Okay. Now I can focus on clearing 2 pages worth of the hub. Wrong person, because I have to go... Crap. Axa needs Seregios Sunderer and Blade Scales. I don't know what it is about those. I don't know if there's some specific component that makes those harder to drop. I mean, I've only killed maybe 1 or 2, but Blade Scales I assume are potentially a... Actually, I say this, I think I actually could have just crafted this directly. No, I can't right now, so... Doesn't look like I could have direct crafted. Okay, that's good. The blade scale is a body tail carve. That's fine. The Sunderers are head wound drop. And it's a 1x drop? 80% chance for 1 drop. which means for 3 it's like 4 or 5 kills minimum. Well, 3 kills minimum, realistically 4 or 5. Fun. It's not awful. I just... do I get sidetracked? I'm gonna leave that for now. I don't need it yet. This is not the ideal switch axe, but it looks nice. It does enough damage. Yeah, 120 blast 17 is not terrible. I should pick something that I will actually enjoy hunting. Tetsukabra is pretty fun. I've done it enough times. Yeah, and I can't upgrade the Dios axe to level 2 until I get the Teostra webbing, which I can't get until hub 3-star. Whereas the Oxa switch, I can do a Savage Devil Joe, supposedly. In order to get a low rank monster Keenbone. But I would say that level up is mostly a high rank level up. And for the fact that the blade scale and the medulla for the level after that, no, the medulla is the high rank. Okay, good. It's definitely high rank. So let's say the tier 2 Dios axe, or level 2, should be what I compare the Seregios, the Oxa switch to, because the level 2 Oxa switch is a high rank, whereas the level 2 Dios is obtainable in low rank. 140 blast 20 versus 140 10 affinity. The Dios has worse sharpness, and it doesn't get free sharpness recovery. Is 10% affinity is 2.5% more damage. 17 blast is not a consistent amount because it would vary depending on the monster. But I imagine on a lot of monsters the blast value of 17 actually be not 17 anymore. It would be 20. Imagine a blast value of 20 is probably worse than 10% affinity. That could be making too many assumptions. That does also ignore the reality that getting the... I probably could get the level 2 Oxa switch more easily at this point than the level 2 Dios axe. Because it doesn't need me to fight a Teostra. And that would be 150 plus 10%, which is still better, probably. Definitely better than a level 1 Deosax, for sure. And actually, Teostra being good against Blast. Bad idea. Yep. I should have gotten my sword out though, so that's good. It worked out kind of ideal. Spicy. Ground tremors. Don't do this to me. Oh, I thought I had it reloaded. Whoops. I wasn't looking. Bad. I couldn't do anything there. Yeah, there's a lot more getting comboed in this game. If the Oxa switch is still ignoring the stamina regen bonus, or sharpness regen, that's super good for aerial because you're constantly rolling with your weapon out. Even ignoring that, it would actually help get the Dios upgrade by virtue of the fact that it's not a blast weapon against a Teostra. So I really should grind this Regios. And if I can get one level, if I can get the base crafted, I'm very confused by the create versus upgrade in Kirinico though. Because there's an upgrade for the Seregios instead of a create on the level 1. Do I have to create it, then upgrade it, and then it's level 1? That doesn't seem likely. I initially interpreted it to mean that you could create it without the previous, you know, elite switch axe, and it was more expensive that way, kind of like at least in Rise. I assume World does the same. I can't remember. I think Teostra. Tetsucabra was like the first really good monster in this game. Because it's really got a lot going on. A very good early... Oh, I wasn't paying any attention. Very good early monster for Village. The only issue is... it's hectic. It's a frog. I'm pretty sure most frogs don't have teeth. It's not a frog, it's its own creature, but... And I'm not talking about the horns sticking out of its lower jaw. I'm talking about the teeth in its mouth. Very, I don't know, beaver-like? I guess rodent-like might be more accurate than beaver-like. Teeth. And it even has molars. Is what it looks like, which looks pretty funny. Okay. Safe. Ground tremors are annoying, but I'm safe. What a funny monster. Much preferable to Uragaan. wait. No. Okay. Create versus... Is that cheaper? Actually, I didn't need Dragonite ore, right? I just needed blade scales, sunderers, and shards. I'm doing the upgrade, not the create for the Seredioxa. I only need 2 sunderers, which means I could get it in 2 kills. Though I would expect 3. I'm also ignoring that quests have a % chance to give it as a reward. The 6-star has a 9% reward 1 and 9% sub reward. It's a hub 3-star for Seregios. Okay, that's I think a better idea. Actually, what is the urgent quest? I don't want to know what the key quests are exactly, but 3-star hub, okay, high rank. Astalos is the urgent. Yeah, and all the key quests are kind of what I would expect. I think for the sake of efficiency, instead of going back to village to farm Seregios pieces, I should do it in the hub. And if I want to do it in the hub, I should get to 3-star, but I don't want to... I think I push... In this scenario, I'll be boring. Take a very brief break. Focus on actual large monsters. This one's necessary. The Yangaruga's necessary. This one's necessary. I already did this. And this. I'll do those. I'll do the urgent. And then hopefully I will instantly have the Seregios quest and I can farm that to get the Axa switch. Instead of doing the... Well, no, I won't farm it necessarily. I'll unlock it. I'll do it once. And then since I will need to farm after... Oh, hello. Welcome. Yeah, correct items. Oh, it's backwards. Amazing. Malfestio scales really make you lose control of something. I am hunting a Malfestio as I make my way through the 2-star hub. Having just decided that I want to focus the key quest for just a second to then hunt a Seregios to make a weapon. Because I want to replace my switch axe with another one. Oh yeah, it's... I think most of it is similar. Oh shoot, I don't want to do Malfestio with Ariel. Sorry. I could explain stuff, it could be fun. I don't know a ton either, but... Like there's a lot of... Most stuff is, I would say, similar enough. There's just different monsters and a few unique elements like hunting styles. That's an interesting pair. Yeah. Yeah, this is a monster that would have been fun to bring back. It has a confusion status effect, which inverts your movement controls, which is less annoying than it could be. And it's just an owl, which is fun. That's a confusion cloud. I'm really looking forward to it, yeah. The eventual release, the stream of content, everything that's changed, it's gonna be so fun. Well, probably. Unless there's immense optimization issues. Oh, actually just a true combo there. Oh, still got me. I wonder how it's gonna be. Like, I wonder whether there's gonna be stuff they're gonna want to adjust. Okay, so if I get hit there, it's not gonna clear the confusion. Like, I wonder what's gonna be the best. I guess it's kind of how it compares to... Because I watched all of the weapon releases. I haven't watched, like, actual combat gameplay because I'm avoiding too much. I don't want to see how monsters behave. But I wonder how it compares to the, like, Rise wirebug things, because it had some like movement while charging. I don't know if it's different than that. Yeah. I played Rise a bunch. I didn't play Hammer much because it's not my... At least in Rise, I didn't really enjoy the Hammer. I can definitely... I think that makes sense to me. It's got a lot of... It just kind of goes constantly. Like, I liked it, but it's definitely one of those different changes, different way it plays. I'd say most of Rise, well, it's definitely more like that, but there's still, I think there's monsters that are excellent in Rise, in the same sense of, like, a lot of other monsters. Like, I think there's a few, like, that would really be missed if they never come back. Which I think, to me, the monsters are the most important thing, and I think it has enough. similar. Like, fundamentally, it doesn't feel that different, even stepping back to this game. Like, this one has a lot of slower stuff. But at least, like... Oh... I don't know if I have a favorite, like... absolute favorite. I have a favorite from Rise. And I don't know if I have a favorite from World. I haven't done... I reached Iceborne, then I started playing this. So I don't have an opinion on that, but... Oh, great timing for the confusion wore off. Like, in Rise, I think, like, Hazard Primordial Malzeno is a really fun fight. I think Primordial Malzeno is great. I actually think, Malfestio, this guy right here, is probably one of my favorite monsters, just because it's pretty unique within the series, to my understanding. Like, there's not a lot of birds that behave like birds, and I think it's kind of fun. Yeah. I think the biggest thing for me going back to try to go through Iceborne was I didn't want to skip. Oh, I can agree with you on that. The bugs are great. Going back to Iceborne, I'm like, I want to do all the, like, end game world quests before I do Iceborne, but I don't want to spend time grinding at the end, and so I started playing this instead. And, like, I wasn't playing World at its release, so... It's funny, but yeah, bugs are good. I finally... Yeah. I finally fought Nerscylla in this game. Nerscylla's a cool monster. It's a little annoying because of how the game behaves with projectiles traveling through semi-solid objects, but it's a really cool monster. I think, there's the... It's like 2 categories of like bug monsters. I don't think, if he is, I haven't seen him, and I think I would have, but I'll check. Oh, he is in Generations Ultimate, yeah. Where do you fight him in Generations Ultimate? I would have assumed that he'd be a low rank, but I haven't seen him yet. Yeah. Oh, he's a high rank village. He's a high rank monster. It'll be fun when I eventually get beaten to the ground by hip checks. Well, I can only hope that somehow the hip check doesn't hit upwards despite its renowned hitbox. And hope I can just jump over the monster. Jumping over Plesioth? Probably not, though. Very unlikely. And the Opterons are the other one. Celtis is not on. Celtis is kind of a pain to fight. I've never fought Celtis Queen, but Celtis itself is kind of annoying. Oh wait, not here. I need to be in the hub. I think... I know one of them is... I think the next should be a Nargacuga. Operating off of memory. I have to do a Nargacuga. I have to do a Nibblesnarf. Nibblesnarf's pretty funny. We have to do... So I'm gonna have to capture a Nargacuga. So I'm pretty sure I need to do a Nibble. Oh, is Nibblesnarf not this? Is Nibblesnarf for a different quest? Or did I already... No, I already did Nibblesnarf. Okay. Yeah, so it's a capture quest for a Nargacuga. It's really funny. I think Nargacuga's great. It's very funny the size difference between this version of Nargacuga and at least Sunbreak, because it is significantly smaller here. They made it a lot bigger. I don't know about World, I can't remember. He's in World, I'm pretty sure. You wouldn't leave it out. Yeah. I can't imagine they could skip Nargacuga. Like, Nargacuga is sort of like, at this point I would say sort of like Rathalos. You kind of have to have Nargacuga somewhere. Because it's kind of iconic. Okay, I need to remember to capture this. Yeah, I actually think like Tigrex is sort of Rathian and Nargacuga's Rathalos. Both very recognizable, but one a little bit more recognizable than the other. There's a comment. Barely visible because of the glare. Oh wow, that glare is extreme. That kind of hurts my eyes. I'm gonna... Oh yes. I absolutely agree with you on that. I don't think he's the most annoying back and forth runner. Like this, and he does the... He'll stand up on his hind legs without the front legs on the ground occasionally, and it looks very funny. Which I don't think he does in Rise. He's a lot smaller. Oop. No second swipe. Yeah. I mean, I fought Velkhana a lot and that hitbox was pretty bad. I'm terrible. And get hit? Yep. I play this too aggressively. I need to tone it down. That's kind of fun. And obnoxious. Oh yeah. Ignore Gilly. That should have hit me. Should be mounting soon. The hit is always goofy there. The extendo tail. There's the mount. Took a little longer than I thought. I'm always too aggressive versus Nargacuga in this game. This is on the Nintendo Switch. Hence the... well, it's not the main reason for the terrible graphics. The main reason for the terrible graphics is that it's a sequel to a 3DS game, but... I think it's a really fun game, for sure. Like... I think there's some things that have been vastly improved in the game since, but... I think there's a lot of quality of life that has been fixed. But at least I think as far as... I would say accessibility for these older style games, it's probably the only, like, accessible one at all. Like, that hitbox is kind of wide. Like, getting it on the Switch is so much easier than, like, oh, trying to locate... well, legitimately is what is being talked about. Getting a legitimate copy of this is way easier than a legitimate copy of, like, 4U. Oh yeah, like... it looks terrible, and I actually once went... like, Rise doesn't look great, but I once went from this to Rise on the PC just to look at something. You can that's kind of the only time you can tell how impactful the difference is, because you can really feel the FPS if you go from, like, a modern game to this. Oh yeah. I'm just like, even the difference between Rise and this game is huge. Worlds, Wilds even, eventually, will be even more distinct. But, like, without the direct comparison, side by side, it's not that bad. It looks fine. But and I don't really feel the definitely lower FPS anymore. But, like, yeah, any sort of side-by-side comparison is the only time I notice how bad the FPS is. Oh, I think I've seen it in basically just a trailer. Like, I'll watch, like, trailers every time they show up. Like, I assume the flagship is meant to be the, I'm gonna call him Chain Man. With the... yes, I think I've seen it. Yeah. And it has, like, Magala hand wings, arm wings, which is pretty cool. Which I didn't notice initially until someone pointed it out. Greedy. Yep. Went for the greed attack. I think it's a neat monster so far from what I've seen. Like, I wonder how it's gonna fight. Oops, I clicked way too soon. Yeah. I missed. That's fine. I kind of can't wait till I hope that there's a demo, like, in the next couple months and not only in, like, January. Because I really want to try fighting in that, like, try how that game feels. Because it's gonna be different, for sure. There's a lot of changes that are fairly minor, but why is this a capture? I forgot this is a capture. I need to pay more attention. Roar. Yeah. This seems like a good plan. For me, I'm probably not. Because I imagine I'll still be occupied with this, but... maybe I will. Kinda don't want to hit it in case it's a capture range, but it probably isn't. Oh, okay, it is in capture range now. Flying Nargacuga is funny to see. Come here. Please, Palicos, don't get in my way. Thank you. It's a fun monster. It's kind of interesting, the monsters that are harder. But there's some monsters that are harder in Gen U, and there's some that are easier. I think Nargacuga is a lot harder. Compared to Rise, not compared to World. I don't have a good comparison there. But it's a fun place. I didn't forget to capture. It's kind of the biggest surprise to me. I wonder how the food system's gonna be. I haven't looked at anything specific, but I kinda wonder how it's gonna feel. Yeah. With the capacity for... oh, I need this one. Nudral is a pretty fun monster. Yeah. I imagine... where is this? Is it... V Hills. V Hills, it's Verdant Hills, so that's not a cold area. Wait, it's just a hunt, yes. I think Nodurala is a monster that it or something similar to it should come back, because it's like one of the only... it's the only normal snake wyvern There's like there's Dolometer, and then a variant of Najarala, and that's it. And I think it's a bit of a shame that there aren't more. Najarala might be... It's probably not 9, that would be a nightmare. Oop, burned. Yeah, that can be an issue. Depending on, how you play. 'Cause yeah, if you're used to playing hunts with other people, and then the other people aren't gonna play it, then that is a negative. I've gotten... Yeah. Can't really get that same thing you can't get the same stuff playing solo or with random people. I think this is one of I really do like this monster. It's pretty good. It's a little annoying, but it's very big. This is the one attack I hate, though. Oh, it didn't do it. Okay, good. Yeah. Like, it has sonic attacks, it has snaky attacks. It's kind of fun. I think that's kind of my favorite thing playing Gen U, is there's so many of these monsters from the old games that haven't been brought forward beyond here that you can fight. It's cool. Like, it creates resonance with its scales, causing them to explode. This game has... I think it's all the same as Worlds, Sunbreak, and Rise. I think it's all the same ones. I don't think there's been any changes. There's obviously different, individual components, but yeah. It's the usual suspects, as it were. Like Switch Axe, Charge Blade, all the ranged weapons. That's one thing that I don't know a lot about the bow in Rise. It doesn't surprise me if it was good, because a lot of weapons were very strong. Though it's obviously relative to others, but the ranged weapons just didn't click with me because the whole control system was different from normal. I've seen some crazy things with, like, Dragon Piercer in World, at least several years ago. That's a weird... I guess I broke the something. No, I broke nothing. I heard that bow in World, like, if you wanted Mighty Bow, you had to hope that you... Oh, I haven't seen this. You had to get like a... You wanted to get a Mighty Bow decoration, you had to be really lucky. And it was... Mighty Bow was important. That's just... The only context for that is people complaining about decoration system. Which might be valid, but it also is likely to be biased. Okay. I mean, it's probably not... It's probably only... like, people worried about, like, 0.5% more DPS or something. Like, a lot of the stuff is sort of... The perfect build requires all the perfect decorations, but it only really provides an extra 2% damage over the second best build. It sort of seems to be the case a lot of the time. Maybe I'm misremembering the name, but I think it was the... Yeah. Do you like the look of that, the bow focus attack? With its homing arrows that shoot out in every direction, sort of? That was probably one of the best weapon trailers. It was definitely the most memorable. The camera in this game is a little bit janky. It really very often shakes a lot. Oh, yeah. That actually seems super useful for the bow. Perfect dodge. Keep dodge, bow dancing, or whatever is the term that people gave it. Just infinite chain your charged shots. It looks like it'll be so fun. Like, some weapons had weak trailers, but... I need to sharpen. Most weapons look like they'll be great. Yeah, well... I think for like... To me, I think Elemental... Against enemies that have weak Elemental... Like, have any Elemental weakness, Element should be... ideal for all weapons, probably. But... It needs to be a balance. Like... If Raw shouldn't be the best for everything, maybe Status. Status is another element. Yeah, like I think Raw should be viable, but not the best, but it should be usable. Status is weird. Status is always kind of... It feels less important than it could be. I don't know if Bo ever does status. This is one of the frustrating things about these older games. Getting pushed into... Oh, this is the other frustrating thing about this game. You get pushed into other zones, and the monsters are very, very prone to switching zones quickly. You get there, they stay there for 20 seconds, they move back to where they were 5 seconds ago. It's a little annoying. It gets tedious. Yeah, that's 10 to the head of it. Yeah. Like bits of coatings and stuff. Blast. I think it's... I think raw should be very viable. Like it's one of those things where, like, if raw is the be-all end-all, then you have one set, you don't need more. But if raw isn't viable, then it just becomes kind of a chore. You get the bomb-based combat. Gotta love the monster running away. One combo from death. I really do like this monster. This is a very cool visual. Pretty fun to fight. Hope it comes back. Yeah. I've never tried a bomb-focused build. I'm mostly kind of overly lazy. Because hunting solo, the monster falls asleep, just go for it. I never actually do what I should and place bombs and attack. Yeah. I think Bo having good wake up is fairly reasonable to me. It's not like if... I don't think dual blades should have good wake up. Or sword and shield. I think both of those should have the best wake up. But Bo... I think it having a really good wake up sounds like fun, you know? You sleep it, you do a super shot, and you blast it. That's a lot. It makes it seem kind of fun. Yeah. Yep, Astalos. Then I have Seregios, and then I'm going back to... I'm going to grind Seregios for a little. Probably not hub grinding, because it will be slower that way, but... I bet it's a fairly satisfying playstyle. You get the monster to sleep, you blast it. As necessary. Ah, shoot, I didn't eat. Bad habit. do it all again. Oops. Wrong food. Oh well. Doesn't matter. Yeah. I think, like, to me, I've always played, when I played World and Rise, I mostly didn't restock often. But yeah, no restocking here is very different than being able to restock. So 400 damage per blast. Blast is not the right. Yeah. Astalos will probably be in zone 5. That's where I've seen it before. If it's not in zone 5, it could be in 4 or 10. Oh yeah, because slinger-based moves. Yeah, that's pretty good. I miss... What I miss when playing this is seeing damage numbers. I'm not gonna grab that burned husk, I'm lazy. Like, damage numbers are so nice to see. Astalos. Walks like a large chicken. Like... Oh, I was hoping to run past that. Not the best start. It is a good song. Ooh, burned husks. Nice. I think Astalos is a pretty cool monster. Oops. I mean, I first fought it in Sunbreak before I've ever fought it here. It's a very different experience. I should have brought flash bugs. Whoops. Or flash bombs. I forgot. Don't focus the tail. Or get shifted to the exact opposite side of the monster. And get shifted even more. Good as in the air. Yeah. Like... It's kind of... One of the things that's weird... Oy, I was stunned there. Cool. One of the weird things, though, is sort of... If you go from Sunbreak to this... Sunbreak, it's Master Rank, whereas this is a low rank monster. Like... So it feels like this Astalos is... This Astalos is easier than the Sunbreak version, because you're fighting a low rank version of it. Which is... It just sort of... skews the impression of individual monsters a bit for me. But from what I've seen, I was surprised to learn that Alatreon is in this game because, to me, Alatreon is Iceborne. Like, super crazy elemental one-shot. Yes, G-Rank is Wyatt's ultimate. But yeah. G rank is a ways away because there's a lot to do. Oy, weird. There's a lot to do before I eventually reach that, but it's a weird. Well, I mean, comparing it to World, it's not actually that weird. Like G rank in this game doesn't scale for single player because it's all in the hub. Yeah, I'll have to see how it goes when I eventually see it, because I haven't fought in World. I've just heard there are complaints about World's version, and it might still be a fun fight. Yeah, I've heard plenty of... I've seen a lot of stuff about how people didn't really like it. Yeah, because I mean, if you don't, you just get one shot. Like, it has, like, what? It sort of has, like, 2 DPS checks. Like, you have to have an elemental DPS check. And then you also have to horn break in the correct phase so that it doesn't switch to another element. Okay. Very flashy. Yeah. Yeah, the one shot doesn't matter if you die to everything else. I'm gonna die. Less damage than I expected. I'm playing too aggressive. Yeah. At least that World doesn't have gunner armor though, right? Where you might have different stuff, but it's not gunner armor, does it? It's still glass cannon and all, but... I could try to show you after, but Gen U, and I think games before it, had Blade Master and Gunner armors that were separate. And the Gunner armors have, like, early game, the Gunner armors have, like, half the defense value. I don't know about end game. Like, they just have less defense because their armor is worse. It's like, even ignoring build specifics, they're just... any other, like, specific stuff, they're just squishier, and it's... like, World might make it so that gunners take extra damage, I don't know, but... in this at least, it's sort of, your defense is lower. Yeah. I think, like, Alpha is more skill, Beta is more slots? Something along those lines? Which, I mean, it seems like basically, if you have decorations, you go Beta, and if you don't, you go Alpha. Which seems like a good time. Oh, that was weird. I should have gotten hit there. I assume, like... super early game, I assume you stick with. I guess... because you can just use the beta later anyway. Oh, so like often the extra skills provided are just not that helpful. Yeah. Yeah. When I got to, by the time I got to Iceborne, I hadn't grinded any decorations. So I would have thought that at that point it might be worth, for the low master rank sets, it might be better to stick with the alphas. You don't need to, because it's just the skills themselves are not really that worth it anyway. I definitely have a bad habit of calling low master rank low rank and high rank low rank. Basically anything that isn't endgame master rank in my mind has become low rank. Because relative to like endgame master rank, it is low rank. Explosion in face, didn't make it. Come here. Because I spent so much time burning out on Sunbreak's anomaly system, which is like the end game master rank stuff. Oh yeah, definitely. Like, mostly I'm thinking, my goal is I want to clear like all the non-event quests in this game before Wilds. And if I do that, I might go back and play Iceborne. Yeah, the Guiding Land seems like the ultimate place to get burnt out. If you want to get like everything as leveled as possible. Cause like you can get everything to max level, but you have to grind insanely for them all to be max level at the same time. Like you have to kill hundreds, thousands of monsters to get everything, to get like the level cap high enough that you can cap all of them. But that's like super optional, unnecessary. I mean, I can definitely see that. Certain appeal behind that like end game. I assume it's a relatively more casual grind compared to like Sunbreak's anomaly quests get very repetitive. I'm dead. Oh, I'm not dead. I got a roll. Nice. Pure luck. Oh. It was dead, but it hit me. Cool. That's a cool death animation. Then you have to beat up Dodogama? Everybody loves Dodogama. And it's also kind of worthless. Actually, on the topic of World Hammer, one reason why I didn't finish World to get to Iceborne very quickly was Kushaladora, because it was really tedious. But then I used a hammer and it just kind of worked, which was pretty fun. It did a very good job of stunning it a lot. Seems like it's either really good or really zeros. That's rough. It's a pretty good kill graphic. It's completely impossible to understand what happened. Yeah. Just, oh, your arrows get deflected by the wind. In the alphabetical order. The cat puns are classics. No. I'm only here for one quest. Well, actually, no, I also could kill. These rotate. They're not always here. These Elder Dragon quests rotate. It is a nightmare. But I'm here for Seregios. I have a switch axe to make. I've heard good things about, what, heavy bowgun versus Kushaladora with whatever the stun is. Where am I fighting this? Dunes. That's fine. Yeah, sticky. I don't really like ranged. It just doesn't jive. Doesn't fit with how I play, which is over aggressive, so maybe I should use ranged more than I do. You know, I never tried World Switch Axe. I always did, when I first tried playing it, I did Insect Glaive with excessive aerial insect glaving, which was solo, so it didn't ruin on anybody else's hunts. And then I used Charge Blade the most recent time, because I find Charge Blade interesting. Yeah, switch axes. I don't know how it plays in World. I know how it plays in Sunbreak. Played it a lot there. But World, probably a little more of a rounded weapon, because in Sunbreak my understanding is it's basically a counter weapon. Yeah. I mean, in Sunbreak I tried my best to try all the weapons, and I found a few that I just didn't like. Like, hammer wasn't terrible, but it wasn't my style. Bowguns are not my favorite. Yeah. I like the aggressive weapons, even if I'm kind of over-aggressive. Like, playing more, for me, when I played Rise the first time, I was pretty much exclusively using the Insect Glaive and spinning in the air, which worked. But I would constantly be attacking. I would never, like, spend even a second to think. It's just attack, attack, attack. So Insect Glaive, Switch Axe has made me less aggressive because you have to actually think. Oh yeah, like, the ammo system is kind of interesting if it weren't for the fact that you have to actually get the ammo and it is consumed. Like, I don't even think, like, having some amount of sustainable ammo would be so much Like, I think having infinite sticky ones, infinite spread ones, infinite base level ammo available for bowguns probably wouldn't be overpowered. It would just make them a little bit less annoying, I think. Now that's, though it is the leveled system, right? Because coatings are just coatings. There's no like level 3 close range coating. I guess that's why I hope I don't bleed. I hate bleed. It's the most frustrating status effect in this series. Oh yeah, Odogaron. Oh, I didn't even... I think the flagship of Greedy Generations Ultimate specifically is Volstrax, the rocket dragon. But I think the flagship of Generations in general was the Fated 4. I think there were 4 flagships. But I'm not certain about Gen U. I think, at least for Generations, it was the Fated 4. So... is it Mizu... Astalos... This is partially for me because I can't remember them all off the top of my head every time. Mizutsune, Astalos, Glavenus, and Gamma. I can't remember... one of them... I always forget one of them. I didn't this time, so I don't always, but... because I hadn't played For You, and I still haven't. Seregios really feels like he should be one of the 4. It's very similar to Astalos. Was it just made really bad? Or was it just, does it look bad? Because of the, like, habit of monster weapons just being kind of dull in world. Okay, it's leaving. Good. So it's just a defender, but blue and red? That's all it is? Sorry, I have to see this. Really? Wow. That's so... Why? Like, you have the tail of the monster. The tail exists and you do this to the weapon? Wow. That's horrible. Like... It's like the most great swordy monster in the... One of the most great sword monsters in the game, and you don't even make the great sword look good. It's almost impressive. Oh, okay, I don't know what he's doing there. Did you mostly use bow and hammer for fashion? And is that why you mostly use them? 'Cause that's a good reason. Oh, tail cut, sweet. Hand hammer's pretty good. Yeah. Playstyle is important for sure. Probably more important than fashion. You can fashionscape armor because it doesn't affect actually fighting. Fashionscaping your entire weapon choice would be very difficult. It's not Fashionscape, it's Fashion Hunting. Fashionscape is a different video game. Yeah. I respect layered armor. I'm not the biggest fan of using it myself because I like the forced, like, living with my choice of armor aesthetic. But people not having to do that is good. I like having horribly mismatched gear because I find it funnier. Yeah, layered weapons. I never used layered weapons. I used layered armor in Sunbreak eventually. Oh, Conchu. One of the worst small monsters. You gotta get the Diablo. I can't see what's happening. Oh, I got air blasted. Okay. I couldn't move. Oh no, I love the timing of the paintball running out. It was midair. I couldn't do anything about that. I can agree on design. Diablos is a cool design. I don't like hunting Diablos though, personally. But it is a very solid aesthetic. But I can see the fun in fighting it. Wait, I didn't get the head break, did I? Because I need a drop from 80% head break. And the head does not look broken. That might be, though. I can't tell. Yeah. Oh no, that might be broken. It's hard to tell. It looks too structured to be broken, but that missing gap could... No, it's not broken. But yeah, that makes sense to me. Hammer and the horns makes a lot of sense. Whereas for me... Diablos ends up being... Okay, so in Rise, it'd be zero-sum discharge with Switch Axe, where you latch onto it, and then the Diablos murders you. Because it just it just whips its tail and it hits you because you're on its tail. Or you're on its face and it runs into a wall and you take half your health. Yeah, I mean, it makes sense, I think. I think Diablos should be good for the hammer, considering its horns. And its tail. Back to the village, though. I want to grind out the weapon. I assume he did not have the best master rank, though. Then, because of that. Because there's so many other monsters that are bigger and badder. Yep, extra blade scales, but I need 2 Sunderers. Oh, yeah, I forgot that Fatalist kind of does everything. Oh, yeah. I'll be back. What do people want to talk about? I should talk to the people later. I don't need to talk to them now. I'm here to beat up with Seregios. In the Soratorium. I can't remember what level this Regios is. I'm gonna have to find it. Oh, welcome back. I'm hunting for a quest that I need to do. Regios. I need to break its head. And then I have an 80% chance to get one of the 2 items that I need. It's probably in the desert, actually. Well, I don't think it is. I just completely forgot that's what I was supposed to be doing. But, like, I just focused on the tail, like, sort of normal, forgetting that I should be trying to break the head. It's an 80% drop. Can I get a stat? Body part. Head 200 stagger. I don't know what the values there are. Whether this is a break value. I don't think stagger is... Oh, cool. Yeah. I didn't know this guy to grab. Just let me paintball you. It's just not gonna let me paintball it. Yeah. Should I look at these numbers? The best thing about solo hunting, though, you can't send people flying. Because in this game, the Switch Axe has an excellent people launcher. See, yeah, like, I actually don't like how Rise did it. I kind of like Worlds a little bit. Not the eventually knowing where it started all the time, but like the tracking it, I enjoyed. And if it was sort of just track it every hunt, and then once you find it, it can show you where it is, wouldn't be too bad. Okay, weird. I think just... Oh my goodness, the hitbox was in the dirt. Like, yeah. Knowing where it is from the start of the hunt just... It takes a little bit of the fun out of it. Oh, interesting. Delayed hit. Crouch. I'm gonna get hit here. Oh, it's leaving. Good. Like, maybe paintballs with longer duration. I think, like, find it, throw a paintball, it lasts for the rest of that hunt, I could enjoy. Or even just 25 minutes, 20 minutes instead of like 10 or whatever. Because paintballs are not that annoying. I was initially very, oh, I'm going to have to paintball them. It becomes a habit very quickly. And like you might forget occasionally, but then it's like, oh, I messed up. It's not the game's fault if you mess up at that point. Like Rises is like, there's a face break, good. Like Rises is too easy. Yeah. Like you even if you don't know, even if you've never seen the monster before and it's a big question mark, you still know where it is. Like, it's crazy. Like, oh, there's a new monster I'm here to hunt. And there's 2 monsters that I've already hunted. I wonder what this random question mark monster is. Is it the monster that I'm here to hunt? Ah, shoot, I keep forgetting that I need to actually reload. I feel like I should know that, but it might be a niche reference that I don't know. Or maybe even not a niche reference, because there's plenty of non-niche references that I don't know. If the monster would run away, I'd actually search what that is to fully understand. Ooh, that's actually convenient. Ah. The only thing I'm getting is Eye of Sauron. It's the Lord of the Rings. Oh, good timing on leaving. I mean, like, come on. You force the monsters to move to specific locations to fly away half the time, and then you have them I can't get the item. And then you have them fly up through the rocks this time. Oh yeah. It's good. Soren seems like a... I mean, I'm pretty sure it is a real name. Whereas Sauron is a fictional made-up name. Probably. I assume there's nobody prior to the creation of Lord of the Rings that has the name Sauron. I really hope no one named their kid Sauron. That would be pretty, I don't know, ruinous to their school life. Somehow that hit. Yeah. I mean, if... it worked. Like, it got close enough that a brief search could figure out what it was, and if I'd spent longer thinking about it, I could have maybe figured it out. Yeah, I get what you mean. And I agree. They just kinda... they see all. Let's hope I get my 80% drop. I wonder what fishing is going to be like in Wilds. Well, it's going to be I think it's a reward for the item because it's a part break 80%. I hope. And his jaw's pretty messed up. I got one. Good. I need one more. It's funny to me. I actually prefer, like, 5% drops that you have, like, 8 chances of getting over these, like, 1 chance of getting 80% drops when you need, like, 2 or 3 of them. Because I've done multiple. Like, in Sunbreak, I've hunted a Volstrax, and I got, like, 4 in one kill of the rare, like, 6 or 7% drop. That can't happen with this item. At best, I get 1 per hunt. I can't just luck into it. which is unfortunate. It means that you have to do several. That is going to be great. You're not going to be able to live inside the bodies of monsters anymore that you've killed. I forgot to eat. But like, focused carving seems reasonable. I wonder how it's gonna work exactly. Because I've probably missed stuff. Ooh, Moxie, that's kind of nice. That'd be pretty fun. I don't really need to refresh this, do I? But I will. Yeah. It'd be pretty fun if, like, there's specific parts on every individual monster where if you carve those, they have a little bit of a higher chance of giving gems or such. It could be kind of frustrating to learn, but... Oops. I think there's just so much potential in Wilds because it's... I really like the idea of a large map that you don't have to constantly leave from. And I just hope it lives up to running properly, basically. Okay, face me. Or not. I've seen one, like, image that someone put together comparing the, like, initial first shown map from, like, the first demo at Gamescom or whatever with the desert map from World, and it was a lot larger than that, which was kind of cool. But if there's been more specific information since then, I should probably look for it. Yeah, like that's... And it will definitely help that I'm looking forward to the implementation of the sacred, I don't know the pronunciation, the mounts. Like, I did like the mounts in Rise. I think being able to heal while riding them was maybe a bit much, and you still can, but Sacred? Okay. Like... Yeah, but it seems like the Sacred has... From what I've seen, I think that you can't ride them and get hit. Maybe? But that might have been my misinterpretation. Like, they run away. They're prone to running away if they get hit or something. You can't ride them in... You can't fight... Okay, so that's... I was kind of hoping that you'd be able to, like, disincentivize healing mid-combat by riding your mount. Because that never felt the best to me. Like, out of combat, I think it's great. Healing while riding a mount during downtime. Like, I think healing while moving is fine. Why is Seregios called Steve? Is it just because of the letter S? Or is it because his name is kind of awkward to pronounce? And I might not even be pronouncing it correctly. And so people call it Steve. Oh, I'm bleeding. This is what bleeding means. You crouch underneath the monster. I mean, I don't disagree. Of all the monsters in the game, it definitely looks the most like a Steve. Ah, that's okay. That's great. It's a very good reason. Now, admittedly, the name of a monster doesn't really reveal that much about it. Except, I guess Lalabarina kind of hints at like a ballerina style monster, which it sort of is. But that's a very good reason for it to be called Steve. Just I guess a throwaway gag. I am bad. Face's already broken. I don't need to break it again. Yeah, like the sacred healing, or I guess Palamute healing. I like being able to move while healing because it fits with the pace of World and Rise. I just feel like the Palamutes were too fast relative to the monsters for the sake of healing mid-combat. It was kind of necessary on a few monsters. It helped a ton, but most of the time it felt kind of too easy. So I avoided it. I hope it's not the same thing with Sacred. Yeah, that's... It being slower probably will help. Like, the Palamutes were just completely, like, free to heal on. Yeah. That is an issue occasionally. You try to use it to avoid something and then you can't dodge and you get hit and it's worse than if you tried to heal on the ground. Don't, Hermitor. Just like your father. I hate you, Hermitor. Burned Husk. Yeah. I mean, it's not the most impactful change, though. Like, the Palamutes are still faster than on the ground. I don't know how it will compare with the Sacred. You can't dash then, but you can dash to make distance and then heal. Yeah. I hope it's a good mix. Like, I was kind of hoping that they were, like, afraid. Like, the Sacreds wouldn't pick you up if you're too close to a large monster or something. I don't think that's the case. Like a cowardly pet, because they don't fight. like the Palamutes do, I think. Is what I believe I've seen. They just show up as a mount, which I kind of prefer. I never did use double dogs. I just liked cat dog because that's sort of what it defaulted to and I was lazy. I never did get around to actually setting up a proper Palico. I just used what I had. Like double dogs, are they... I know there's specific things that they're very good for. Like double Palicos can place a lot of traps. Are double dogs good for damage? Like status buildup? Because of the chains? Okay, these are actually a good source of damage. But so in Rise, the Palamutes basically served as like a secondary Sunder, nice. They were basically Palicos, but they could do different things than Palicos. And apparently they just did more damage, so if you picked... You could have two pets with you. A Palico, either two Palicos, two Palamutes, or a Palico and a Palamute. Just in a box. And I guess the Palamutes, I guess, were better damage. I never really optimized anything to do with Palicos or Palamutes. I mostly just had them behave. What do I need? Oxa switch level 2 needs 1 impaler. I don't know. Ooh. I haven't been doing enough tail carves, so I might not have one. I do. $160. I think this technically qualifies as a high rank now because of the upgrade. This will be a strong weapon for the foreseeable future. 160 versus what I just had, which was 120. Huge improvement, better sharpness, infinite sharpness almost. I don't like how it looks. It's not as fun. Sitting at 171, that's 30 more. Because I'm not out in combat yet. I should get 10 more from the food. Okay, I'm clearing the 2-star. Real monster, Kezu. Kezu in this game is crazy. Yep, Kezu. It's a much wilder monster in this game than it is in later. In Rise, at least. No sharpness gauge means that I'm not going to be able to really judge how well rolling maintains the sharpness on this. I mean, is there a... Ooh, Northern Lights. Cool. Oh, I mean, it can do even more damage because blue sharpness is a higher multiplier. 176. Higher sharpness multiplier. Self-sharpening. 10 affinity. This is gonna be way better. Which is sad because the Dios looks so good. I should look more at the Dios, see how it scales, what it looks like in the other variant, the Destruction. Demolition. Oh. Okay, it's flying. Oh, it's just flying here. Convenient. It's not terrible looking. Like a... more of a scimitar-y weapon. I didn't get out of range. Oh, that's going to be obnoxious beyond belief. It's going to notify me every time I go back to max sharpness. That's going to be very obnoxious. Kezu's theme. It's so eerie. It didn't say max sharpness that time. Yeah. It really helps you sleep, you know? It's the only monster theme that helps you fall asleep. It's a very thoughtful monster. Yeah. The New Age, most popular new instrument on the block. I don't know why, but it really did stand out to me this time. That was bad. I was already doomed. Oh, it's so weird. It's really standing out for some reason. Ironically, considering, but... like... normally I don't notice the themes all that much. But I guess the locale really influences the perception. I mean, this Perma Blue sharpness is actually really nice. I didn't expect it to be this convenient and this nice feeling, but... not actually permanent, but... oh, I came up with another... the silent phone. The xylophone. Doesn't really work as well, because I'm bad at saying it. I hate the basic spinny, I'm dead. By dead I mean hit. I'm not at the point in the game where I get one shot, so I'm not dead if I get hit once. Oh no, bad timing. Just keep rolling everywhere. Oh, bad idea. Maybe next time I fight a Kazu, I should just full mute the entire stream. Mute the combat, mute myself. Just once. Probably a bad idea, but... Bye-bye. It's gonna go to this... Oh, we might go to zone 3. That looks like it should be 3. Which means he might be asleep. But the Demolisher turns into the Light Break. Light Break is the Super Brachydios, right? Ebon Shell, Crimson Fatalist Scale. Yeah, Raging. Raging Brachy, I think. Yep, Raging Brachy. For the G rank stuff. Because it's a... 45 blast seems kinda... middle of the road. Because it's blast still, so it's just not the best. Worth it. Oh, I'm in green sharpness, cool. That's so good. It's so convenient. Didn't have to sharpen the entire time. Was in blue until I elemental discharged twice in a row. Excuse me, sorry. Wrath Medulas are high rank material. Blade scales are low rank. Fusium ore is high. Oh, listen. Fusium ore is a quest reward. It drops from Chameleos. And it can be mined, so it is an ore. Impalers are still low rank. Airblades are still... Oh, Airblades are high rank, okay. It's a lot of stuff I'm gonna have to grind in high rank to upgrade this. want a different one. I need to look at more switch axes. I should look at switch axes by element. That's what I should be doing. Find one for each element to try to upgrade. Guess I'll beat up Conchu. Fire element. Filter. Contour and hot, but I don't actually need to worry about them. Motor burst is a Rathalos. No, we're gone. Okay, so looking at the highest tier, because that's where it will be eventually. If I'm gonna go for an elemental, I would probably want element file, but maybe that's bad. Maybe element file is non-viable in this game. I should get the cool drink for free anyway, so I can always bring them. So highest element value, go for its 36, 32, 40 for the Wrath Blicer. Oh, it's Conchu here, nice. Oh, it died. It actually died in one hit? Really? That's convenient. It didn't die there, that's for sure. It did. No, it didn't. Good. That did kill it though. Contour not the best. Wrath Ascension. It looks decent too. Wrathflagration, Conflagration, Wrathflagration. If we had to go from Wrath Blicer to actual, like, Conflagration, the name scheme doesn't really flow very well. The Tomb Axe gets up to 38. That's what I was expecting earlier. Oh, the Tomb Axe is a... what, Dread King Rathalos, given that it's the level 10 is Dread King? Yeah, it's Dread King drops as a Dread King Rathalos. Oh, there's a Nibble Snarf in the area, I think. Rude. See, it's Wrath Ascension, which is 290-40. It's probably the Fire Waltz. Ah, the Fire Waltz. Yeah, the Fire Waltz is element. Okay. The Dread King Witch Axe is probably the goal for fire. It'll be fun as well because it will mean that I actually have to do that deviant. And it will be beneficial to do it, not just grinding it for no particular reason. There's Scissors, 27, 33, 30. I bet there's a Snow Baron. Oh, Pincher. That's gonna be a Stone Fist. Oh, these respawn already, that's good. What? Stone Fist. Stone Fist could be any deviant. Couldn't. It has to be something with a fist. It could be, probably Daimyo? Stone Fist Hermitor is presumably Daimyo Hermitor. It has defense, element file, max of 26 water, 26, 28, 18, 16. Vavoom Vengeance. Seems like the best. Weird Wacha Naka. Oh, it's a Kechawacha? But it's not normal Kechawacha. It's Hyper Kechawacha? Hyper Ketchapelt, Hyper Flood Sack. Amatsu Cortex. That could be fun. Okay, that's the water switch axe, if I remember. There's no monsters in there. Surprised there's none right here. Vavoom Vindication seems pretty good. Yeah, it's a little bit lower raw, but if I want an elementally appropriate weapon, it seems like a good choice. It's always a question of is element viable or not, and I don't know. Burned husks. Few Conchu. By a few, I mean I see exactly one. Conchu are one of the worst. Oh, there's another one good. If it just does that flash when it's max, it's fine. As long as it's the same max sharpness every time, it'll be good. Ooh, 55. The Kirin goes to 55 thunder, but it's a power file. The Gigavolt is element. I got turned around. Yeah, none of these. So I guess I have to do the circle again. I need to look at the Fatalist in this is a thunder weapon. Fatalist Force. Maybe there's other Fatalists. Why are there burnt husks here? Oh, there's also Thunderlord. Interesting. Dragon. Yeah, 4 here is very helpful. One of the most annoying small monsters to hunt. Kinda hope I never see them again. Hope they don't come back in wilds. Except for Nerscylla has one on their leg. So if Nerscylla came back, you'd kinda have to bring back these if they want to have it at least how it was in this game. No more harvesting. Hello, Nibblesnarf. Goodbye, Nibblesnarf. Oh, I probably should have assumed that it being there meant that it was in range. and that it would be traveling. Don't you dare hit me, Nibblesnarf. This will be the end of our friendship. Thank you. You didn't shoot me. There were no Contra here, which was surprising. One more. I don't know if I checked 5. Because I was not that focused. Yes. Convenient. Exactly in time for the cooling to wear off. Wonderful. 20, 30. Tomb Axe, Peel, Bolt Axe, Old Fatalith. I'm not going to spoil anything about Fatalith in this game. Ogre. The Mundulus is Dragonbone, Elder, Dragonbone, Earth Crystals. It's just generic pieces. Oh, that's a wild Worn Switch Axe. 110 raw, minus 70 affinity. Short orange sharpness, the rest is red. But it can turn into the Teostra's Arc and the Mundus Atlas. Or if you fully upgrade it, it's 380 raw, minus 70 affinity. That's crazy. It's probably some type of weapon that's fairly common. Mundus Divinus. What a weird weapon. Ah, you can't create the Worn Switch Axe. You have to get it somehow. This is probably a very specific... I'm not going to search that source. I don't need a dragon element anytime soon. Ah, Lao Shanlong has the Dragon Ripper. Okay, let's do a real monster. Drums. Distribution of cheese in these, kind of silly. Verdant Hills are all very nicely good temperature. Drones are often in 4. That would be the goal. More burned husks, but I don't feel like it. Oh, they're not here. Okay, then I am gonna go this way. They could be in 5 and 6, but they're not in 4. I might as well check out 10, 8, and 9. Because 8's popular as well, I think. Okay, good. Oh, yeah, this silly thing where they act as if you're in that location because they don't update their targeting quickly enough, I assume is what I think is the reason it does that. With Wild going back to, I think, this style of mounting, I hope it has the same weird mounting of this game where you can do the hit that triggers the mount. You land on the ground, and then 20 seconds later you actually mount. More like 5 seconds, but I hope that happens because it's goofy and it's incredibly annoying. Oh. This isn't a high rank quest, this is a hub quest. Because the I think a high rank Velocidrome has more HP than a hub 2-star Velocidrome in a double Velocidrome hunt especially. I really wonder how combat in Wild is gonna feel. The synchronized is very fun. Zone 5 and 2 I think are the most likely. Two because it would move there. Ooh, maybe it's in 6. Nope. Oh, burned husk. Never fought a monster in zone 6 before. Nope. Maybe it was in zone 6 and then went to 2. And now it went up to 3? Sort of discounting zone 7 and zone 11. Be pretty rough if it was in zone 3 and then it went into zone 4 after I went to zone 5. Let's say that body took a very long time to go away. Or that was the paint. No, it's not the paintball wearing off. It's been too quick. Ooh, that's very big. It's gonna take longer to have found this guy than to kill it, which is a shame. One combo, effectively. Mount it once. Explode, explode, it's dead. Pretty silly that it took longer to find than to kill. Of course I am using, I think, a high rank. It's effectively a high rank weapon, I think. They almost die as quickly as some small monsters do. Did, with a weaker weapon. The scaling is very funny. Oh, great items. Lots of coverage. Lots of screamers. So many burned husks. That's great. I'll never worry about those, I hope. That was a crown. Again, I don't know which crown, but it was a crown. Guess I have one more hunt. One more quest? More than a quest. Quest, not a hunt. Because it's gonna be white livers. Wop. The cat? Oops. I should probably be leveling up other cat that have higher, more enthusiastic cats instead of being stuck at 4 enthusiasm. The Lagny Apple economy is kind of funny in this game. I've been using them every single time and I've yet to decrease the total. Which is good. Though it also brings the question of why make it a consumable if you can get more effectively than you use, but maybe there's more uses for them later. Yeah, last quest. Liver of Legend. 8 Piscine livers. Ideally that's 8 Cephaloses. Realistically it's probably 15. Or more. Oh, I don't need to actually bring whetstones. So I can be lazy and not pick them up anymore. Convenient. Come out of the sand, you goofy little fish monster. Give me a liver. 1 liver. Oh, they're double harvests. Okay, that's not that bad. That helps a lot. They're still awful to fight because they just live underground, but... Number 2. How many livers does the average creature have? I understand that it's not realism, but I wonder if there's anything that has like 3 livers, just due to, I don't know, it's an animal that consumes a lot of alcohol as a byproduct of the fruit it eats. So it needs more organs to clear the effects. I hate that little wiggle at the end. Oh, I need to harvest. I actually can't miss the harvest. It'd be a waste. 4. 5. Okay, very easy. The double... flying through the air and then paralyzing me and just passing right by. That's funny. The double harvest helps a lot. It's kind of messed up to kill these just for their livers, though. Like shark fin soup. Chopping the fins off sharks to make flavorless soup. One more. went way better than I expected. Hello, Cephadrome. Hope you're having a nice day. Goodbye. Have a nice night. Enjoy your desert. I like this area. The glare's a little much. The image in the background. 2D image just back there. It repeats somewhere in the middle here. Because right over there is the same as right over there. So somewhere in the middle there is where it repeats. Or I guess it repeats at any point if it's an appropriately repeating pattern. Okay. Quest complete. Today was very productive. I got a better switch axe. Almost certainly an improvement in terms of damage. Though I'm not sure the value of blast. I cleared another page of hub 2-star quests. And technically unlocked 3-star hub. Which 3-star hub is very important because it has Elder Dragons. And it will eventually have Nakarkos, which will be cool. I guess I should make sure I don't upgrade my Dios axe too much. Make sure it stays as like a proper low rank weapon. So that when I fight Nakarkos I'm not using high rank gear. Yeah, I have Blongos, Jagias, Iodrum, Arzaroses, Iapre, some mushrooms, and then these. Those will be fun for the future. But that's the future. So I'm gonna stop here for today. It was a good time. And I will be back with this, probably hub quest still next week. So I hope everyone has a nice day. Bye bye.